Hi, Dr. Saxena here, and kind of talk about we are trying to talk about how to optimize health, and there are a few big steps which we can always take, and there is a simple kind of this is most of a awareness program. I want every one of you to understand what we are trying to put across here. Yes, today I'll be talking about a potent neurotoxin which was used by it is still contaminated in a lot of foods. We believe it's a healthy lunch or something like we believe it is something like, but it has got the presence of something nasty in that, which I think all of us know, which is called glyphosate, and it's a Monsanto Roundup, which is causing this kind of these foods are contributing to poor mental and physical health in all of the people. This is the generation which is we are up against so many problems, and one of the important thing which I would like to take out is the glyphosate. If I am able to take out glyphosate, the things will be. Let us look into what is there. There are studies which show there were studies which had done on something like vegetable burgers, various breads, and almond milk, and to the surprise, it was found that this glyphosate was around 140 parts per billion of in this particular branded peanut butter. You have got something like Lipton's green tea has got this glyphosate, and what I want you to understand is the glyphosate, which is 1 parts per trillion, between zero point 0.1 part per billion to 1 part per trillion. If this particular thing is there in the food, whatever it gets into your system, it can cause it, or it usually causes endocrine disruption, leading to miscarriages, birth defects, infertility, sterility. You have diabetes, you have cancer. So this autism. So what happens here is this glyphosates which bioaccumulate, and so any amount is considered to be harmful. See, what happens is that glyphosate herbicides are known to be sprayed in between the what happens is herbicides is are being used like anything for almond milk, almond trees. I know in India everywhere glyphosate is used for in the kind of fruits and vegetables and all, wherever this is the things are plants are grown. So what happens, what Huber has shown is the plant or tree roots can uptake the glyphosate, and therefore glyphosates get into the fruit kernel or into the vegetable and the nut from inside of the plant or the tree. So we all the time I was under the impression that just washing it properly by hydrogen peroxide or something like some kind of good this one is enough. Washing the fruits or vegetables by with hydrogen peroxide or ozone water is the good thing. But what are you going to do when you have the kind of glyphosate which is inside the thing? And you need there were studies which were done in the bread, which has got divided into gluten-free bread, organic bread, conventional white bread, and to the surprise, every batch had high levels of glyphosate. So what exactly we, as in when we talk about nutritional medicine, we are talking to you, we are talking to look into whole wheat bread, we are talking about gluten free and all that. But when it is being because see what happens is glyphosate is sprayed on wheat as a drying agent, and the hulls on the whole wheat would retain the residue. So processing the white bread means that see this organic bread contamination of organic bread is of great concern. Through it can be contamination is happening from air, water, or rain. Anything is possible. So this and coming to some conventional veggie burgers, or not, I'm talking about the study which was done was an organic veggie burger, and it was showed 17 times more glyphosate than a conventional life thing. So it's a particularly disturbing thing which we as kind of what we are trying to understand, and the kind of there is no distinction between organic and non-organic foods here, and the kind of that glyphosate herbicides which is being used at a high level in almost production of every thing as such, and the spraying of a glyphosate as a drying agent has to be totally discontinued. Just by just labeling something as organic is not going to be. And the other study which was done was on the peanut butter, which was 100% natural peanut butter, and these crops also were sprayed with the most toxic chemicals, this glyphosate. So you have got something like 11.7 ppb of glyphosate. Life-threatening allergies, you have got, especially to peanuts, have increased 400% since the glyphosate herbicides were allowed in the market. I don't remember this kind of things we had seen before. Now that peanut allergy is so common, and that goes into nasty anaphylactic reaction with just a peanut butter, and we need to really we need to look into this particular thing. And it is a misleading concept. 100% natural which is written over that, but that contains a glyphosate herbicide which is proved neurotoxic, causes liver disease, causes endocrine disruption at ultra low levels, and it is probably carcinogenic. So chemicals, this sort of chemicals which are being causing this. Another study which was done by that Lipton tea, natural 100% Lipton tea, was found to have 109 parts per billion of Lipton, this particular thing. Natural mint was having some 109, whereas natural green tea was having 208 parts per billion of glyphosate herbicides. This is because the chemical companies have advised farmers to use glyphosate herbicides as a drying agent on tea crops just before the harvest to speed up this harvesting process. So the chemical company, so that particular chemical company representatives told the farmers that this herbicide was safe, and yes, we believe we believe on something called. So this was chemical company representing this farmers, and this herbicide was safe. Glyphosate absorbs into the crop, and residues were found on this particular thing. See, what I'm talking about is 0.1 parts per million of glyphosate has shown to destroy the gut bacteria, and we were always thinking it is antibiotics or something like that. Tea drinkers have been led to believe that drinking tea is not only relaxing but can improve many health issues, such as I used to tell, take green tea for people. Now that I know what is I'm dealing with, I certainly this tea which usually is contaminated with glyphosate herbicide, I don't want to get into that. Consumers are not told that if they don't buy organic tea, their 100% natural tea will likely contain more high levels of glyphosate residues. Now we know that this drinking tea sprayed with glyphosate herbicide are likely contributing many health issues. So it was a kind of wake up call for me. I was not aware about this glyphosate. I used to only think that is the arsenic and heavy metals are present, but this glyphosate herbicides have taken it to a new level. And you have that health assessment hazard. There is a OEHAA which has placed glyphosate on the Prop 65 carcinogen, and the problem is that should be what happens is this ultra low levels cause a problem. So you need to look into that, and not just particular that particular thing. Small countries like Sri Lanka, you have got something like Austria, Germany, France. They have declared or begun to ban or restrict the use of glyphosate herbicides, and this is something which we need to be always take with a pinch of salt. And I definitely would like people to look into what is the kind of thing in the almond milk, or what is the kind of whatever milk you are taking, burgers what you are taking, bread, even if it is gluten free and all that. Try to look into that particular thing called glyphosate, and if you are able to see that your glyphosate is not into the your thing plate, that will help you in a big way. And I think that's a big problem which I could never imagine. I used to only think it's the heavy metals or something like that, but this glyphosate is a real issue in the parts per billion to parts per trillion. Even in that minuscule quantities, it is known to cause problems. So we need to work it out, and I want people to be aware about this thing, and try to look into all these things before trying to um it's better to be it's better to keep to know things and all that and proceed. That will be a it will be a good step. And I certainly I am keen on talking to policymakers about how a small country like Sri Lanka can ban glyphosate. We have done, but on the kind of thing, everything is glyphosate is sold over the market, and we need to take up this particular issue in a big way. Thank you.